Hello everyone. So today let us go through the specimen question paper of second semester history and civics. So earlier also I have uploaded a second semester specimen question paper, but that was without answers. So today here in this specimen question paper you will be given the answers along with the questions also. Okay. So let us go through it. So I request you all to go through this specimen question paper till the last and note down the answers provided here. Okay. So let's start. So as you all know that 10 questions are MCQ. So this was also done in the previous specimen question paper. So still let us start it fresh again. So question number 1, the procedure to remove the president is called dash, that is impeachment. Number 2, the president's address is prepared by the cabinet. Number 3, the Prime Minister is considered to be the leader of the Lok Sabha. So wherever you see the green letters as well as underline, that is a blanks. I have already filled it, choosing it from the options provided. So question number 4, the composition of Supreme Court is dash. So the answer is 33 judges and 1 Chief Justice. Altogether 34 at present. Okay. So question number 5, under the dash power. So the answer is revisory. Number 6, which of the following was not a common ideology of the dictators? So the answer is C, faith in communism. Okay. So you can see the question once again, which of the following is not a common ideology? So answer is faith in communism. Now number 7, International Court of Justice consists of 15 judges. Okay, it is dash judges, so 15 judges. Number 8, the non-permanent members of Security Council are elected by the members of dash. The answer is General Assembly. Number 9, the Treaty of Versailles mandated Germany to pay a war reparation of dash. So $33 billion. Then number 10, which of these countries was not part of the Berlin Rome Tokyo axis? So Berlin Rome Tokyo axis, the answer is France. France was not a part of it. So the answer is there in the question itself. Berlin is the capital of Germany, Rome is the capital of Italy, and Tokyo is the capital of Japan. Okay. So now let us go through part 2 section A. Attempt any one question from this section. So 2 questions are given over here, so you can attempt any one. Okay. So question number 2. The executive power of Indian Union is vested in the President of India. In this context, answer the following. So I have written the answers over here. Give any 2 reasons for the indirect election of the President. The answer is the President is elected indirectly in India as we have a parliamentary form of government, and B, indirect election saves time, money and energy. You can write it down. Number 2, mention any 2 discretionary power of the President. So number 1, when no political party secures majority support in the Lok Sabha, the President uses his discretion to appoint the Prime Minister. And number 2, the President may withhold and send the ordinary bill back to the Parliament for reconsideration. So these are the discretionary powers of the President of our country. Now number 3, mention any 3 legislative powers of the President. So 1, 3, many are there, so you can write any 3. Money bills are introduced with the prior consent of the President. B, bill becomes a law when only after it gets presidential assent. C, the President issues ordinances when Parliament is not in session. Number 4, name the 3 kinds of emergencies that can be proclaimed by the President. You can see number 4 answers. The 3 kinds of emergencies are national emergency, constitutional emergency and financial emergency. Now it is up to you whichever you want to choose. If you want to prepare executive, prepare it properly. If you want to prepare judiciary, then you have to prepare judiciary chapter properly, which includes Supreme Court, High Court and the subordinate courts. Now let us go through question number 3. So Supreme Court is the head of the entire system of judiciary. So in this context, answer the following questions. Number 1, mention any 2 qualifications required by a person to be a judge of Supreme Court. So two qualifications required. First one is the person must be a citizen of India, and the second one is person must have been a judge of High Court for at least 5 years. Okay. Now number 2, who appoints the judges of Supreme Court? What is their term of office? The judges of Supreme Court are appointed by the President, and the judges can remain in office till the attainment of 65 years of age. Then next number 3, mention any 3 cases which comes under original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So answer is dispute between Government of India and one or more states, dispute between Union and any state, and the third one is interpretation of the Constitution. Okay. And number 4, why is Supreme Court called the court of record? So as you all know that all the proceedings are recorded. Okay. So the answer is the Supreme Court is a court of record because the judgments, procedures, evidences, etc. are recorded for future reference and testimony. Okay. So this is all from civics part. 2 questions were there, so you can choose any one. Okay. Now let us move on to section B. So 2 questions we have to attempt from this section. Okay. So with reference to the First World War, answer the following question. Number 1, name 2 alliances formed in Europe during the First World War. The answer is Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Number 2, name 2 countries which came under dictatorship after the First World War. 2 countries. So first one is Germany, second one is Italy. And who were the dictators? Adolf Hitler from Germany, Benito Mussolini from Italy. Okay. Then next one, explain Sarajevo crisis. So I've written the answer. Archduke Francis Ferdinand, heir to the throne of Austria, was assassinated at Sarajevo, the capital city of Bosnia, along with his wife Sofia on 20th June 1914 by a 19 years old Bosnian Gavrilo Princip. Austria held Serbia responsible for the murder and sent an ultimatum. As Serbia refused to comply with some of the conditions, Austria declared war against Serbia on 20th July 1914. Okay, so this was the Sarajevo crisis and also known as immediate cause of the Second World War. Number 4, mention any 3 ways in which Treaty of Versailles benefited France. Number 1, France got back Alsace and Lorraine, which she had lost in the Franco-Prussian War. B, Germany was forced to hand over Saar coal mines to France for 15 years. Number C, the Treaty of Versailles got France more colonies as all German colonies were taken and given to Britain and France. Okay. Now question number 5. So look at the picture given and answer the following questions. Okay, answer the questions that follow. So you can see this picture. Which organization does this emblem represent? Where is its headquarters? See there, where is its headquarters? This emblem represents the United Nations Organization. Second part, the European's headquarters of the UN is in Geneva, while its headquarters is in New York. Okay, European headquarters is at Geneva and the other headquarters is at New York. Mention any 2 objectives of this organization. So A, to save succeeding generation from the scourge of war. B, to develop faith in fundamental human rights and in the dignity and worth of human being. Question number 3, mention any 3 functions of the General Assembly. To regulate the working of other organs and agencies of UN, to consider and approve the budget of the United Nations, and C, to elect the non-permanent members of the Security Council and the members of Economic and Social Council. Last one, number 4, this is for 3 marks. So what is the composition of Security Council? So Security Council is the most important organ of UN. It is composed of 15 members. 5 out of 15 members are permanent members of the Security Council and the rest 10 are non-permanent members elected by General Assembly for 2 years on regional basis. The 5 permanent members are USA, UK, France, Russia and China. Meeting is held once in a month. Okay, so question is asked, what is the composition? So you can write this first part only, up to China only you can write it down. Okay. So the next one is question number 6, give the full form of UNICEF and UNESCO. The full form of UNICEF is United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Next, mention any two functions of WHO: to promote and coordinate research in the field of health, to set international standards for food, water, biological and pharmaceutical products such as drugs, medicines, and vaccines. Number three, what is mean by the term non-alignment? Name any two founder of the non-aligned movement. So the meaning is non-agreement. Non-aligned movement wanted its members to stay away from the Cold War and judge each issue or incident on its merit. It supports peace and cooperation. Okay, and two founders of the non-cooperation. So I have mentioned four. You can go through two. So two means Jawaharlal Nehru and President Tito of Yugoslavia. And if you mention all the four also, there is no harm. And the last one is mention any three objectives of non-aligned movement. The three objectives of non-aligned movement are to abolish imperialism, colonialism, number B, to maintain world peace and security, and the third one is to promote disarmament among all nations. Hope these answers will help you a lot in your preparation for your second semester exam. So please go through it and if possible write down these question answers in your copy for your reference, and similar type of questions will be asked. For that you have to go through the textbook following the second semester syllabus properly. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please take care of yourself, stay safe, bye bye.